Look, kid, you're doing it wrong again. Put down that scoop and listen to me before you take it. Will creatine make me go bald? I'm talking about that paranoia where you stand in front of the mirror every morning asking, is my hairline receding or is it just in my head? Listen to me closely, because today I'm going to break down every fact you've been getting completely wrong. The fear. The rugby study. Behind every urban legend, there's one event that someone misread or twisted to fit their agenda. Kid. Behind this baldness fear sits a tiny 2009 study involving a handful of college-age rugby players. Researchers loaded these guys with high-dose creatine. Then they looked at the numbers and saw that DHT levels had jumped 56% within a single week. Most people's brains make this leap. DHT rises, follicles shrink, hair falls out. Creatine is making me bald. But here's what everyone ignores. No one in that study actually examined anyone's scalp. Nobody lost hair and went bald. There was just a temporary fluctuation in one lab value, and even that value was still within normal range. So with not a single strand of hair on the floor, the entire world started screaming, "Creatine causes hair loss!" Absolute comedy. Science hits back. For something to be accepted as fact in science, the experiment has to be repeated many times, with the same result every time. So what happened after that rugby study? Labs across the world rolled up their sleeves to replicate it. 12 separate clinical studies examined creatine's effects on testosterone and DHT. Not one of them reproduced that hormonal spike. In thousands of men using creatine, no meaningful change was found in either testosterone or DHT levels. There is no hormonal shift like you've been told. The whole thing comes down to one anomaly in one study. But on social media, creatine causes hair loss gets more clicks. So the truth is harder to come by. The hard evidence. But Mr. Creatine, what if those studies are wrong too? I know that's where you're going. Let me give you a fresh evidence, kid. Very recently, a massive clinical trial was conducted, double-blind, randomized, placebo-controlled. This time, researchers didn't leave anything to chance. Instead of just measuring hormones, they tracked men's scalps, hair density, and follicle health under a microscope, centimeter by centimeter, for 12 weeks. One group got 5 grams of creatine daily, the other got plain powder. After 12 weeks, there was zero difference between the creatine crew and the placebo crew in hair density, shedding rate, or follicle health. Hair strands stayed the same thickness. Shedding rates didn't change. Scientifically proven. No difference whatsoever. If you don't believe me, the studies are out there. Go look them up. The real culprit. Even after all this, you might still say, I saw it with my own eyes. My friend started creatine and 2 months later his hair was thinning. Look, kid, correlation is not causation. When do people typically start training and taking creatine? Usually in their early to mid-20s. And when does genetic male pattern hair loss first show up? Exactly the same age. Your friend's hair isn't falling out because of creatine. It's falling out because of the hair genetics he inherited and the natural testosterone increase that comes with training. If your follicles are genetically hypersensitive to DHT, your hair will fall out eventually, whether you ever touch creatine or not. Creatine neither starts nor speeds up that process, so stop blaming a simple amino acid. Also consider this: the discipline stress that comes with a consistent training life, the anxiety of sticking to a nutrition plan. These factors can push your hair into a temporary shedding phase called telogen effluvium. This typically becomes visible when these factors stack up together. And since you happen to be taking creatine at the same time, you hand it the bill. Creatine versus steroids. Now we're drawing a critical line. Listen carefully. Creatine is an amino acid you already get from everyday foods, red meat and fish, to name a few. It helps your body produce ATP, your cell's energy currency, and pulls water deep into your muscles. But if instead you go messing with black market anabolic steroids or pro-hormones sold under the label natural muscle builders, then go ahead and say goodbye to your hair, because anabolics cut off the natural hormonal flow in your body and artificially push testosterone and every derivative hormone beyond normal levels. That alone will kill your follicles, even without any genetic predisposition. The fitness industry buries these effects and shifts the blame onto simple amino acids like creatine. And you fall for it, just like that. Creatine won't touch your hair, but those drugs you're recklessly taking can turn you completely bald overnight. You can stop staring at your hairline now. If you were half as scared of skipping leg day as you are of losing your hair, you'd have a monster physique by now. Stop drowning in nonsense myths. Give your cells the ATP they deserve. Train hard and grow. Come to the next video and tell me you crushed that stupid fear and hit a bench press PR. Or you already know what's coming. Dumbbells to the skull. Which gym myth do you want debunked next? Drop it in the comments. I'm Mr. Creatine. And yes, kid, just creatine.